I have new exclusive info for you about Season 4 of Battlefield 6. You might have seen some videos about the trailer, but here there will be a lot of new stuff. And especially towards the end, it's about the Top Gun thing again. I have more information for you about that now too, so definitely stay tuned. So we know that Phase 1 of Season 4 starts on July 21st. It's called Pacific Front. The first thing coming to the game is Zuru Reef. That brings naval warfare back with 2 new boats on the largest Battlefield 6 map yet. First we have the Rip boat. A small transport boat that can carry up to 4 people. It's obviously perfect for flanks on this giant map, looking towards rush or breakthrough. Of course, you can attack beaches nicely with it, right? And there's an MG mounted on top too, so you can defend yourself a little bit at least. Then there's the CB-90. That's what it's called. A patrol boat, which is quite good for fighting too, I'd say. And here we now also have the confirmation that it can actually attack everything from infantry to tanks and actually also aircraft. There are manifold options there regarding the weaponry. And the whole thing has a special feature too. A ramp sounds unspectacular at first, but when it's deployed, people can actually spawn on it, meaning teammates. So a mobile spawn point, so to speak, is not to be underestimated on such a giant map. On this map, there are steep cliffs, keyword is verticality. Then of course we have the ocean, right? You can also do 3D diving, meanwhile in Battlefield 6 now, or then. That means in every direction, which is also pretty awesome. Then there's the luxury hotel. Keyword is Hainan Resort. It just gives me major vibes of the old Battlefield 4 map, in case you still remember it. And an old war bunker and military installation. So apparently there's everything on this map. Let's go to the new weapons that are also coming in Phase 1. First, we have the EF-88. Some might also call it AUG, so a bullpup gun. Actually very universally applicable, if you can believe the developers. So it's supposed to work everywhere from close combat to long range. We know how it is with such weapons that are so universal. They are nowhere really good, but good everywhere, if you can call it that. Then comes the Brand 3, a Czech model according to the manufacturer's specifications, best suited for medium ranges. That tells me a lot of recoil and spread compared to the EF-88. And finally, this exotic one, the VSS-M, as it's called in-game. VSM or AS-VAL might be a familiar term to some. It's actually a DMR, which can also be converted to fully automatic though. I guess it will work just like with the M16, which was recently added, where you then have to put a pretty expensive attachment in so that it becomes full auto. It will probably work something like that here too. I'm already looking forward to this weapon a little bit. It will definitely be, how should I say, different. It naturally has an integrated suppressor right from the start, that's clear. Then comes Phase 2, namely on August 18th, so almost a month later after the release of Season 4. And here comes Wake Island. After Golmud Railway and Cairo Bazaar, the next remake, if you can believe the pictures, very heavily reworked compared to earlier installments. Maybe they will surprise me like with Golmud Railway, and it's a really awesome map. I will hope so. There will also be destructible bridges there that could be interesting in terms of gameplay flow. They will probably be permanently broken, knowing the Battlefield players, or us Battlefield players. How that plays out, yeah, I'm really curious about that. In addition, there's also a new weapon in Phase 2, the Desert HTI, the most long-rangey sniper in Battlefield 6 so far. Fitting for the largest map of Battlefield 6, of course. Wake Island isn't exactly small either, right? So a new long-range sniper in Phase 2. But now comes the twist. A bit of a surprise. There are actually 2 aircraft carriers on Wake Island that are stationed there. And why that's going to be cool? I'll tell you right now, because now it's about Top Gun. Yes, Top Gun is actually coming into Battlefield 6, or let's better say inspired vehicles, characters and game modes. I can already tease 2 of these modes for you. Those were named, everything else later. And this is where the aircraft carriers come into play. Maybe one or the other has already caught on. Do you still remember carrier assault back then in Battlefield 4? Naval strike is the keyword here. That was already a modernized homage to the Titan mode from 2142. That is going to be picked up again now in Carrier Strike. All-out warfare, of course. That means infantry, tanks, planes and helicopters fighting to destroy the enemy aircraft carrier. This mode is coming to Battlefield 6 in Phase 2. Yes, and on top of that, there's a new gauntlet mode called Fighter Sweep. Here we only have jets. Actually, we know that from some previous Battlefield titles back in the day, a jets only or infantry only mode in Phase 2, then also in Gauntlet in Battlefield 6. And there it is, also casually mentioned in a side note that there will actually be two-seater fighter jets now too. I'm very curious about that, what the second seat can do. I don't have to hide the fact that I'm not entirely convinced by the jet gameplay in Battlefield 6. I think I've already stated that in quite a few videos. I'm really curious how they solve that. So, two-seater jets confirmed. Then of course there will be a Phase 3, but I don't have any information on that right now, more on that later, but there is some more info on a few quality of life improvements that are still coming in Season 4. For example, custom lobbies that can be created to, be able to build your lobbies a bit better in combination with a pre-lobby screen in Portal, where you can already organize yourself in teams and squads. We haven't had that yet either. There are also admin controls that you can assign and so on. So a bit more is being done there too. Nice that Portal is getting some love. I think that's awesome. And an awesome thing that could hint to another awesome thing, but that's just speculation then. There will also be a spectator mode over the course of Season 4, where you can just watch actually. Initially only for Battle Royale and Conquest rounds. There will be different settings then. You can look directly over people's shoulder, so to speak. You can observe everything directly top down. A really cool thing also with regards to maybe tournaments and so on. Definitely a strong feature. And then of course it's not far of a leap to a commander mode. That already exists in Portal anyway. I think someone already programmed that now, if I'm informed correctly. But as I said, that's of course also just speculation, but it's a first step in this direction, especially towards the end in this video now. Nice new information. I hope you didn't know everything yet and aren't totally disappointed now. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.